It's always weird doing a video like this because I have to make a sad face in the thumbnail. Like, oh no, my life. It's not serious, it's okay. I always feel a little awkward in the start of these videos because I know it is not a big deal. That is not lost on me. I feel so painfully aware that none of this is a big deal. So using words like regret, you know, it makes me hesitate, makes me feel a little awkward, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. This is a really good time for me to do a handbag regrets video because very soon I'm gonna be moving. I'm gonna be buying slightly different things, living a very different kind of life because we're moving into the city. And there is a little bit of handbag drama going on. Now I stay out of it. I like to stay out of it. But I know a lot of people are apparently selling their bags, really cutting down on what they're buying, moving more towards quiet luxury. I mean, that's a ball that's been rolling for a while. But I am so not there. I am not in that headspace at all. So I want to share with you a few of my main regrets. Now, one that crossed my mind was, do I regret doubling up on some of my handbags? So I have here both of my peekaboos. I love them. They're both special editions. Ben got this for me. And this, it was the Lunar New Year. It was, I think, the first Fendi bag that I ever bought myself, but Ben got me that blue one so that I could afford to buy this for myself. The Teen Jody. This is in the fondant color. And then I think just like a couple months later, was it? Or was it the next year? Can't remember, but I'll have all those videos linked. I ended up getting it again in the color Space. I'm pretty sure that's what this dark blue is. I do have them stuffed, so they might look a little bit funny, but they slouch beautifully when they're full of stuff. I love them. They're so, so soft. Bottega bags, they are not convenient, and you do have to be a little bit careful with them, but it's a touch thing. The moment you hold it, like I was sold. Maybe other people aren't as into it, but the lambskin is incredible. I mean, maybe I have a thing for woven bags. My very first Bottega was a vintage one. I got that secondhand. And from then I just knew that I would absolutely have to have one of the newer Bottega pieces. So what is my actual regret? It's not doubling up, clearly. In fact, it's the opposite. I wish that I had bought another peekaboo and another Bottega bag, the small size, not the teen. I think I'm set on teen sizes, but I would have loved the Jody in the small. Same mini peekaboo, but maybe in the smooth lambskin. I don't care that they wear on the corners. I love them. I think they look so cute even when they're worn. But I like worn bags in a darker color, so I wouldn't have gone for a really bright one. Just a weird preference. How do you feel about this? Because I don't mind wear and tear on bags if they're darker, a little bit softer, like slouchier shape. Anything too structured or bright, where I feel like it makes the bag look cheaper versus well-loved. I can't explain it any better than that. But I wish I had bought triplets, I guess, of these bags when they were way, way less expensive. Now, I think the peekaboo has probably doubled in price since I first started buying them. I know the Bottega Jody has gone up several $1,000s. So really, if I could have 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I wish I had bought a mini peekaboo. They're not even making my favorite style as much anymore. The ICU is very nice. I understand why people like it. I just don't. I like it in some of the exotics. Dale has a beautiful one. I think that's in the Galusha. It's beautiful, but it's just not a shape that I like holding. I can't explain it. I mean, all these preferences, they're so subjective. They don't really mean anything at all. But what I like is that soft, slouchy peekaboo, the mini one with the soft sides. I think about it in terms of like the Birkin or Kelly with the Retorn versus the Cellier, the stiffness to it. There are definitely beautiful ICU bags, like I mentioned Dale's, but they're not the ones that I want, which honestly works out really well for the people who do want them. But I wish I had bought another one. So that is absolutely a handbag regret. How could I have afforded them? That is certainly a question, and it leads me to my next regret. I wish I had not bought so many Manolos, maybe just one, fewer, two maybe. I spent a lot of money on clothes and shoes in the last few years, and I definitely am not wearing them all. I haven't worn my Manolos in over a year, I want to say. I think I last wore the Hengisi pumps to a friend's wedding. That was over a year ago. The satin lurums, that's what they're called, the yellow ones. They are beautiful. I am glad to have them, and I'm very, very glad that I got them on sale. Frankly, I would never, ever recommend buying Manolos full price unless you are, I mean, you're the only one who can say what it means to you. I feel silly giving advice about this kind of thing, but they do frequently go on sale, at least in the United States. I was way too heavily influenced when it came to clothes and shoes by other influencers at the time. So with doing YouTube and frankly starting to like more expensive things, I think I've learned a lot about what I like and what I wear because I had to prioritize my money more seriously. So I don't know, I guess it was just a lesson I had to learn. I bought the Zimmerman clothes because I saw them on influencers with very, very different body types to me, very different lifestyles to me, like drastically so. And I do not use those clothes, but that is $300 here, $400 there. And it all ends up being pretty significant over 5 years. So I could have absolutely purchased the handbags that I love and still be using them. And I have a bunch of clothes that I have donated and sold really cheaply to places like Buffalo Exchange, Plato's Closet. You know, I'm getting, what, 1/10 of what I spent on that? I'm not even sure, but not very much. And all of that money could have been saved up towards a handbag when they were at a lower price. So as you can see, I mean, there's a little bit of, oh, I should have spent less on this, more on this, really not paring down my handbag collection anytime soon. That is so not the mindset I'm in right now. I am very much embracing logos. Like, I have a Gucci bag on my wish list. I would love something in the Gucci canvas. I'll have my most recent wish list linked down below. And then another monogram bag. So speaking of doubling up, while the Speedy is still in that affordable range, I really want to get a monogram Speedy. I have it in the Demier Ben. I love that bag, but every now and then I wish I had just a classic monogram. I love seeing them when I travel. I love seeing so many girls rocking their Speedies. We're in this little Speedy club. I mention that all the time because way too many people get hung up on this idea like, oh, it's overdone, it's everywhere, like that's a bad thing. Like, I don't relate to any of those feelings. I would love to get a simple monogram Speedy B in the 25 size. I have had an insert for it for ages, since I bought my other one, because I think I got that from Zimmerman, yeah. And the way their shipping was, I had a discount at the time through I think it was either one of the influencers or it was their Black Friday sale. It was something like that. But their shipping, the increase for just getting a second one was so small, just of a jump. I figured, well, I want to get a second Speedy. I might as well just get this now. So I've had that waiting in my closet for a long time, and I think I want to get that Speedy very, very soon. I've mentioned the Manolos. Now, I hate to say that I regret them, but there is one black pair with the buckle on the front. I do not wear those anymore. They're beautiful, they're fairly comfortable. The back does slip down if you walk too quickly, and I just naturally have a very quick pace. I mean, I always grew up walking really fast. My brother is 10 years older than me, and he likes to joke and says that I walk so fast because when I was little, he would take me to parks, he would take me to like everything. You know, he's 10 years older than me, he's my big brother. And so he knew he had to hold my hand while walking with me, but it never occurred to him as, you know, like a 14-year-old boy that he should slow his pace. My brother is also like 6'2", he's very, very tall. So, you know, he'd be holding my little hand and just keeping his natural gait, and I would be sprinting next to him. So, I don't know, sidetrack, but that is why we believe I walk so fast. So, yeah, Manolo's not great for my pace. I've been wearing a lot of sneakers, so I don't regret having the Lurums. I wish I only had one pair of Hengisis, frankly. I definitely didn't need to, and you know, I realized you cannot sell them for very much. Poshmark, Fashion File, that's what I was thinking. Fashion File doesn't take them. From at least what I saw when I was looking around, it seems like it's not a brand that they accept. I could sell them at a local consignment store. it makes me a little worried about maybe them getting damaged or, goodness forbid, stolen. But I think so many consignment stores have been targeted recently. It's terrible to see because they're local businesses. All the people I've met who run them, they're really wonderful, passionate people who just love engaging with their community in this way. I don't know, but I know I would still be losing a good amount. I don't know how popular the hankies are anymore. Not that that's a factor for me wearing them, it's just that I'm a lot more casual now. I am moving into the city soon and will be able to take short walks to restaurants, bars, going out to brunch with friends. I do want to wear more things like that in that time. Another point about buying earlier, now this might be helpful to you if you are in your mid to early 20s. When I first got my job, I didn't even realize that these were things I could buy. Probably a good thing, okay? But I truly believed that Fendi, Dior, Chanel, all of that stuff was like reserved for famous people or insanely wealthy six-figure people. I mean, like way, way above six figures, really. I mean, I thought it was for the Blair Waldorfs of the real world. I didn't know that I could even go into those stores. And so it was only with watching YouTube videos, people like Emma, Emma, what is your channel called? And Amelia Rose, Dale, they really got me into thinking like, oh, I can actually buy these things for myself. I remember watching Dale's first peekaboo video. That's how I found her channel. I'm like, oh, I could actually buy one of these for myself. Maybe I would have figured out my priorities sooner, because 6-7 years ago, when I was starting to earn just a little bit more money here and there, I earn significantly more now, but I still, if I had just saved and focused, I probably could have bought myself one luxury bag per year or one every other year. Definitely could have bought things at a much lower price. I don't even know how much the Chanel Classic flap was at that point. It was probably under $4,000. I know that my style has changed. None of these are serious regrets, and I know I've learned a lot about myself in the process. All of that is good. I'm in my early 30s. There is time to spend more money on, like, it's fine. That's all we're really talking about ultimately. So yeah, those are my regrets, my painful handbag regrets. Do I regret doubling up? Absolutely not. If you love something and you want to get in another color, go for it. Do it because you love it. If you think you're going to use it, I definitely love the peekaboos. I think they're incredibly useful. They go with everything. You can take the strap off and dress them up, but they're so cute crossbody or on the shoulder. Now the Jody is not practical. It's the very opposite of the peekaboo, but it's beautiful and I love it. I wish I could have gotten the small, and I definitely could have afforded it if I hadn't been so heavily influenced buying clothes that were so not right for my lifestyle. I have a Zimmerman dress that I have never once worn. It's like that super frilly thing. And another thing is, I wish I had discovered Kibbe a lot sooner, because I have learned so much about my body and what looks good on me. And it's all been very intuitive. Like, these are things that I knew already, but I would be influenced to buy these lines that, yes, I love the styles, but I didn't feel good in them. And that's something worth noting about Kibbe. It only matters if it matters to you. I truly believe that. It's more about creating the effect you want. So when I wear those frilly doll-like dresses, I don't look comfortable in them. And I might love them on other people, but this is just something I'm thinking about. I think dressing against your lines can be great for some people just because it creates a different effect. It can look kind of edgy, can just look a little bit different, kind of sexy, or whatever it is that you're going for. But I've noticed that I can still wear all the things I love, but dress for my lines, and I'm getting a lot better use out of my wardrobe. I'm spending just a little bit more carefully on clothes, and now I'm gonna have more money for bags and whatever. Anywho, I'm getting into that rambling zone, but I've learned a lot about my style. I would love to know, what is your handbag regret? Do you wish you could have doubled up on anything? What's the handbag you would have bought at a lower price? There are too many for me to name, but fortunately I've discovered Fashionphile. I can get a lot of the things I love now and all those funky special editions. I am still loving my Fendi fringe bag. It's such a weird bag, but every time I just see it on the shelf, it makes me smile, and I've used it. It's cool. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.